He didn't just break records, he obliterated them. At just 17, Gout Gout is doing things no one thought were humanly possible. And now, his coach has exposed the truth behind his terrifying speed. This isn't just a story of raw talent. Gout Gout's rise is one of the most astonishing things happening in athletics today. But according to his coach, the real reason behind his meteoric speed isn't what most people think. Now, for the first time, she's revealing what's really driving his explosive performance, and why his biggest challenges may still be ahead. Gout Gout didn't just break an old Australian record, he completely destroyed it. In a recent 200-meter race, he clocked a blazing 20.04 seconds, breaking a 56-year-old national senior record and going faster than any under-16 sprinter in history, including Bolt. Overnight, the world took notice.
Let the legs loose and let the kid run. He is absolutely gone. He is Gout of this world.
Gout has already taken Bolt's record for the fastest 200 meters by a 16-year-old, clocking an astonishing 20.04 seconds at the Australian All-Schools Championships in 2024. But behind this sprinting phenomenon is someone who has been quietly shaping every step of his journey, his coach, Sheppard. She's not interested in flashy headlines or quick fame. What she's building with Gout is something much bigger, and it all started years before the world ever heard his name. While fans and media are quick to crown him the next Bolt, Sheppard is keeping things real. These achievements are just stepping stones, she says. Things will plateau. That's natural. Then we'll have to find the next adaptation phase to go up. She added, things will plateau. That's a natural part. It has to come to a bang, okay, now we've got to find our next adaptation phase to go up. It's a surprising attitude when your athlete just broke a record older than his parents. But for Sheppard, that's exactly the point. Most athletes get caught up in the hype, and that's when they stop improving, not Gout. To understand how rare Gout's path is, you need to look at other young stars in the sport. One of the best comparisons is Erriyon Knighton, the American sprinter who ran 19.49 in the 200 meters at just 18 years old, making him the fourth fastest man ever over that distance. He earned global praise and even medals at the World Championships. But even with all his success, Knighton hasn't been able to top that time since. That's what Sheppard is trying to avoid. Burning bright too fast and fading out early. For her, it's not just about breaking records now, it's about building something that lasts. And to build something that lasts, you have to do more than run fast. You have to be ready for the pressure, the fame, and the lifestyle changes that come with being the most talked about young sprinter in the world. Gout's life has already changed dramatically. Between schoolwork and training, his schedule is packed. Going out with friends or enjoying a normal teenage life, that's already off the table. When you reach a certain point, your social life basically disappears, Sheppard said. He's already at that point now, and that's tough, especially when you remember he's still in school. He's at that point pretty much now, which is kind of tough when you think he's still at school. Most people see the highlight clips and the medal ceremonies. They don't see the sacrifices. Gout's been making those sacrifices for years, and now that the spotlight's on him, the pressure is only going to grow. Even Gout himself admits it's hard sometimes. Being compared to Bolt, the greatest sprinter in history, is overwhelming, but Sheppard sees something special in him, something that might just be the true key to his future. He has a massive ability to handle it, she said. It's not just about running fast, it's about staying focused, staying grounded, and staying hungry. That hunger is what's kept Gout from getting complacent. While everyone else is celebrating his wins, he and Sheppard are already working on what's next. Because the truth is, speed alone won't take you to the top. What separates the great from the legendary is consistency, patience, and mental toughness. And Gout's not just preparing for the next big race, he's getting ready to take on the world. This year, he'll make his senior international debut at the 2025 World Athletics Championships in Tokyo. It's a massive stage, and one that will test not just his speed, but his mindset. Balancing that kind of training with school, travel, and fame isn't easy, but if you ask Sheppard, that's exactly why he'll succeed. From day one, she's been preparing him not just to sprint, but to lead, to inspire, to dominate. She doesn't call his rise a miracle or a fluke. She calls it a process, a carefully crafted formula that mixes physical training, emotional control, and psychological resilience. And if you've watched Gout on the track, you can see it working in real time. But here's the twist. Sheppard insists they're still just getting started. For us to go to the top, we're still a long way from there, she says. And because we know that's our end goal, we don't get too wrapped up in the good things that come now. In other words, don't let the current hype fool you. Gout Gout isn't just a teenage sprinter with a fast time. He's a work in progress. And that's exactly why you should be paying attention. This mindset is what makes Sheppard's coaching style so unique. She doesn't sugarcoat the journey. She doesn't chase quick wins, and she's not afraid to admit that the path ahead is full of obstacles. But that's also why Gout is thriving. Because while others his age might buckle under the pressure, he's learning how to thrive in it. Sheppard's long-term vision is crystal clear. Help Gout become not just a record breaker, but a generational athlete. Someone who can stand the test of time. Not just flash across the headlines for a few months and disappear. And the shocking secret behind his insane speed? It's not just training. It's not just natural talent. It's the ability to stay locked in, even when the world is screaming your name. It's the discipline to keep working when everyone else is watching. It's having a coach who isn't blinded by success, but focused on the bigger picture. And most of all, it's having the patience to build something truly great. One sprint, one sacrifice, one step at a time. So, is this the secret behind Gout Gout's insane speed? Not some mystery training method, not a flashy diet, not just genetics. It's vision, it's mindset, it's the willingness to go beyond what talent alone can deliver. Because in the end, talent might get you attention, but only the truly prepared can handle what comes next. And Gout Gout? He's just getting warmed up. If you think Gout Gout's journey is wild now, just wait. This is only the beginning. Hit that like button if his story blew your mind, and don't forget to subscribe for more untold stories from the world of sports. And tell us in the comments, do you think Gout Gout will become the next Usain Bolt, or something even bigger? This is Eliud Kipchoge, the man who many consider to be the greatest marathoner of all time. His legacy stands at a critical turning point as he approaches the 2025 London Marathon. In the 2019 London Marathon, Kipchoge won his fourth London title, officially winning this race more than any other male athlete before him. But the manner in which he won this marathon was just shocking. For the opening half, Kipchoge split a time of 1 hour, 1 minute, and 37 seconds, still running right next to many of the world's best marathoners. But for the final half marathon, Kipchoge dropped the hammer with a closing half in 61 minutes flat. For his final 2 miles, this is where he really went crazy, dropping a split of 8 minutes and 56 seconds. The best marathon there has ever been dominates. Kipchoge really proved his untouchable status on this London course. Now 6 years in the past, and my goodness, did he ever make it look easy. After breaking the world record yet again in Berlin in 2022, and then winning his second Olympic title in the Tokyo Marathon, many speculated that this man just might be untouchable until the day that he retires. However, like all things, what goes up must come down. In the 2023 Boston Marathon, Kipchoge took a pretty significant loss, only placing 6th and finishing more than 3 minutes behind the eventual winner, Evans Sheppard. At 38 years old, Kipchoge was no longer the unbeatable athlete that crushed his competition by minutes and minutes. He was now officially just another very talented marathoner.
All right, Eliud, welcome back to London. I know you spoke in the press conference earlier. Last year was a difficult season for you with your marathons. Why do you think that was? What do you think went wrong last year?
I don't think there was a big mistake, but you know, when you train for 5 months and you don't get the result, and you know, then that's a big challenge. And you know, a lot was going on, and but all in all is that I have woke up, go to training every day, and I'm ready for Sunday.
This rather abrupt halt in his true dominance in the marathon took an even steeper dive downwards when it came to the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. For the first time in his career, Kipchoge wasn't even able to finish, citing extreme pain in his hips and back. He was actually driven away from the course just after passing 30 kilometers. Seeing this happen to such a talented athlete was not only shocking, but quite devastating. For more than 10 straight years, Kipchoge was the voice of inspiration and determination around the running world. If he had managed to win this Olympic marathon, he would have been the first athlete in history to win 3 marathon titles. However, time itself truly appeared to be Eliud Kipchoge's biggest rival. This brings us to 2025. In this year's London Marathon, we officially have one of the deepest and most anticipated races in marathon history. The incredible talent that will be assembled this Sunday to attack the streets of London is absolutely outstanding.
Do you still feel like you're healthy? Like
Yes, I'm healthy.
Yeah?
Yes.
And your sessions, do you run them, I mean, are you running them as fast as you used to when you were in world record shape? Are they the same or are they any different now?
I'm running in a good way. Finishing my session is in a good way, in a happy way. Yeah.
What would be, what would be a good race for you, a good result for you on Sunday?
I think I want to run a beautiful and a good result. So I want to run with the fast people, and the results I'm getting in, I will be satisfied. Move on.
In today's press conference just a few hours ago, Kipchoge has left the world once again super excited about the prospects of his running this weekend. When inquired about this year's London expectations, Kipchoge was once again quite cryptic about his goals. He said he was looking to run a beautiful marathon. He talked about how his training has never really changed and he was very optimistic about running this weekend. But then he was asked about the expected pace for this year's London race, as it was recently announced that the lead pacers are expected to hit an opening half marathon in around 61 minutes or slightly slower. Here was his response to this question. Opening half split will be around 61 low, I would think. Is that still a pace you feel comfortable running? Absolutely yes! This expression, this slight smirk on his face tells me that Kipchoge still has some unbelievable speed in his legs. It's also quite a rarity to see Kipchoge answering a question this directly. In recent marathons, whenever Kipchoge is discussing exact paces, exact time goals, or anything that requires exact numbers, he will not give away anything. He will just say that he's looking to run fast, he's feeling good, and his training is typically going well. But this response could mean that Kipchoge is actually in amazing fitness right now. Given that his training has recently been outstanding as usual, running about 120 miles per week, I can only imagine that Kipchoge might have another quick time for us.
Is that still a pace you feel comfortable running?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Have you changed anything in your training as you've gotten older? You've been running the marathon for over 10 years now.
Not at all. I have never changed anything. I still love running. I still love actually to stretch in training, to feel where my body can be.
Now, going out in, let's say, 61 minutes and 15 seconds for the opening half would put them right at an expected pace of 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 30 seconds for the finish. This is already incredibly quick. A time of 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 30 seconds would already place you in the top 7 all-time for the marathon. Given the insane quality of this year's men's marathon and the good weather that is expected for this coming Sunday, I think it's pretty likely that we will see at least one athlete running a 2:02.
And we have Jacob Kiplimo is making his debut.
Yes.
He's the world record holder in the half marathon. What do you think he's capable of running in the marathon?
I think he's capable of running anything. He has a good mind of trying to take any challenge. He's capable of running anything.
We also have the 2 hour and 2 minute marathoner and last year's Valencia champion Sebastian Sawe. We've got the 2024 Olympic marathon champion Tamaret Tola from Ethiopia. There's another 2:02 athlete in Timothy Kiplagat. And one of the biggest wildcards in marathon history that will be running this Sunday as well is none other than Jacob Kiplimo from Uganda, the half-marathon world record holder. He ran a shocking 56:42 earlier this season, which was genuinely one of the most surreal road racing performances I have ever seen, as he obliterated the previous record by 48 seconds. The full men's field includes a total of 10 runners with PBs under 2 minutes 5 seconds. Given that the weather is looking absolutely ideal, there's even more of a chance that we will see a quick race. Currently, the forecast for this Sunday has a starting temperature right around 47 degrees Fahrenheit. There's also a 0% chance of rain, and the wind is also expected to be practically nothing, meaning that all lights will be green for a very fast marathon. No athlete in London history has ever won the marathon a total of 5 times. If Kipchoge could somehow pull off this victory, he would once again be entering into legendary territory. But this really does seem as though it will be extremely challenging given the incredible depth. But there's also another goal that I am sure has crossed Kipchoge's mind, and that is the Masters Marathon World Record. Currently, the man that holds the 40 years and older world record in the marathon is none other than one of Kipchoge's good friends, Kenenisa Bekele, an athlete that has been racing against Kipchoge since the early 2000s. Bekele was actually originally slated to run in this year's London Marathon, but he sadly dropped out just a few days ago, citing injury and training difficulties over the past few months. Bekele's current Masters record stands at 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 15 seconds, which he actually ran in last year's London Marathon. For that race, Bekele was actually 41 when he ran this. This finish equates to an overall pace of 4 minutes and 44 seconds per mile, or 2 minutes and 56 seconds per kilometer. So if Kipchoge does want to run this time, he is going to have to run a very solid race, and he will likely be in the top 4 if he does this, given that he responded so positively to running an opening half marathon in 61, which equates to a pace of 4 minutes and 39 seconds per mile. My guess is that Kipchoge definitely has this Masters world record on his mind. And how poetic would it be for him to break a record from Kenenisa Bekele? Given the incredible expected weather and the historically deep field set to run this Sunday, I really do believe that the winning time will be at least 2 hours, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But my gut tells me it'll be slightly closer to 2 hours, 2 minutes flat.
And there they go, clean start. Braden Williams with the start we expected, and Dylan Mitchell as well. And looks like Braden Williams is going to get that.
The track and field world has been left completely stunned after 18-year-old Braden Williams shattered expectations with an astonishing 9.82-second performance in the 100 meters at the Class 6A Region 2 meet in Texas. This extraordinary achievement has not only rewritten the record books, but fundamentally changed what experts believe possible for high school sprinters in America. When Williams' time flashed on the scoreboard, the crowd erupted in disbelief. To put this performance in perspective, his 9.82-second run is faster than Noah Lyles' winning time of 9.83 seconds at the 2023 World Championships. For years, breaking the 10-second barrier seemed an insurmountable challenge for high school athletes, with Trentavis Friday's 10.00 seconds in 2014 standing as the closest approach until recently. The landscape of junior sprinting experienced its first seismic shift in April 2024 when Christian Miller from Creekside High School in northern Florida ran 9.93 seconds under legal wind conditions at the Pure Athletics Elite Invitational. Miller's breakthrough made him the first high school athlete in history to officially break the 10-second barrier, a feat considered revolutionary at the time. Many experts predicted his mark would stand for years, if not decades. Miller's remarkable 2024 season included breaking 10 seconds 2 additional times. He culminated his high school career by running 9.98 seconds at the U.S. Olympic trials, finishing 5th and narrowly missing the Olympic team. His consistent sub-10 performances established him as the second fastest junior athlete under 20 in history, just behind Letsile Tebogo's 9.91 from 2022. Following his record-breaking high school career, Miller made a significant career decision. Despite signing with the University of Georgia, he bypassed collegiate competition to turn professional with Puma, the same sponsor that supported sprint legend Usain Bolt. Miller articulated his ambition clearly. "Last year I was trying to be one of the best sprinters in high school. Now I'm trying to be the best in the world." His professional debut has already proven promising. At a recent season opener in Florida, Miller clocked 10.02 seconds, defeating established professional and Sha'Carri Richardson's boyfriend, Christian Coleman, 10.06, while finishing behind only Olympian Courtney Lindsay, 9.97. Just when Miller's 9.93 seemed untouchable, Braden Williams has completely shattered that mark with his 9.82 run, a full 0.11 seconds faster, representing an enormous margin in sprint events where championships are often decided by mere hundredths of a second. However, there's one significant caveat to Williams' spectacular performance. The wind during his race was measured at plus 6.0 meters per second, substantially above the legal limit of plus 2.0 meters per second required for record recognition.